Director of Airlift Tyrone Sawyer says despite the pullout of WestJet, there is still significant airlift coming into Grand Bahama with the Sunwing flights, which covers 8 U.S. cities and the Canadian market. He says because of this air program, Grand Bahama is leading the way in tourism growth.
For the winter, we've had 6 cities in Canada, including Montreal, Toronto, Winnipeg, Edmonton, bringing service from Canada into the Bahamas. So in the case of WestJet, that was a mutual decision between the Ministry of Tourism and WestJet based upon WestJet's decision to redeploy that aircraft to get a better return on the investment, so that as Grand Bahama would have increased its room capacity, there would be an even greater opportunity to deploy that aircraft from Toronto and possibly other markets to Grand Bahama Island.
The tourism executive says there has been a 30% increase in airline arrivals when compared to last year. He credits this major accomplishment to the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Obi Wolshcombe, and his team. And as Grand Bahama's tourism economy continues to grow, he is hopeful that those coming here will spread the word about what this island has to offer.
Once that awareness would have built, then we're going to see even greater tourism flows coming to Grand Bahama. But we're in what I would call an adoption period, where we are taking a loss or we're making an investment to build airlift into this island. And that's the only way to do it if we're going to build a sustainable airlift platform to Grand Bahama that would endure over time.
When asked if there are any additional airlines coming to the island, he responded this way.
Yes, we feel that Grand Bahama has tremendous potential. We're not able to announce anything just yet, but we're very optimistic about the prospects for airlift growth into Grand Bahama Island.
Manager of Pelican Bay Resort, Magnus Anglebeck, says the multi-million-dollar resort property continues to hold its own, and the redevelopment of the Memories Resort is positively impacting business on the Lakaya Strip.
Last 6 months has been very good. We are seeing that Memories having opened, having got new airlift to the island, has in general increased the performance for all the hotels. So we have actually had 6 months now that's been better than the same 6 months the previous year, and we have to go back many years to find that we have seen that sort of improvement.
As Grand Bahama's economy continues to expand and with talks regarding a mega project for East Grand Bahama, the veteran hotelier believes that when it comes to massive undertakings, there are many factors to be considered.
Is so big and so enormous that it would change the face of the island, and I think the challenge will be to make sure that it works. And I know that there are people working on it that has much more knowledge than I do about evaluating whether the model can actually work or not. And I think it is important that when we approve or welcome any investments, that we actually make sure that the model is going to work and survive, so that we're not so much focused on maybe how big of a construction it's going to be, but more focused on that it's going to be sustainable in the long term.
The environmental debate continues regarding developments like the multi-million-dollar Resorts Bimini project. He says with ventures of this magnitude, there are pros and cons.
As a country that wants to develop, I think it is very difficult to balance development with protecting the environment. And I think any development will always affect the environment. And some developments more, some less. And as a visitor to this country, I can observe it, and I can see what is going on, and I understand the debate, and I understand the feelings. At the end of the day, our objective is to create economic activity and put people to work so that they can feed their families and take care of themselves and prosper. And I think as a country we have to find the best way forward.
Mega developments will mean more job opportunities and expansion of the economy, and many believe it will augur well for the overall development of this country. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Joan Davis-Roll.
Thank you, member for Pine Ridge, the member takes offense.
I apologize for that. What I meant. It is the opinion of the engineers that the 4 3-story structures previously identified as building 1 through 4 are structurally unsound and requires demolition.
Why are you telling that? After the report of December 5th, 2011.
In addition, the structural integrity of the 3-story structures being compromised, all of the buildings show major violation under vetting against the revised Building Code 3rd edition 2003. Therefore, the recommendation is clear. When we assess the drawings, how could you design a fire station without access to fuel the fire trucks? So the drawings had to also be updated to include a fuel farm for the fire department. This is the reason why the drawings had to go back to the architects. The drawings had to go to the various consultants, to the Grand Bahama Port Authority, and back to the Ministry of National Security, who never saw the fire plans to get their input. I'm telling you what I know.